World leaders publicly oppose Trump. The economic backlash Donald Trump is shaking up the world. Is he truly strengthening the U.S. economy, or is he pushing America into an unnecessary trade war as Trump announces heavy tariffs on allies? Nations are no longer staying silent from Canada and Europe too. The United Kingdom world leaders are publicly speaking out against the former U.S. president. But what is really happening? Why are these leaders so outraged? And if these countries retaliate, how much damage will it inflict on the U.S. economy? Let's find out. Now Canada strikes back. U.S. auto and agriculture under threat. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is not holding back against Donald Trump when asked about the possibility of US tariffs on Canada. He made it clear Canada will never bow down to Trump. If the U.S. imposes tariffs, we will retaliate immediately. But Canada isn't just responding with words. The government is leading a nationwide boycott of American goods and travel. Imagine walking into supermarkets, airports, and shopping malls. In Canada, people are deliberately avoiding anything made in the USA. Tesla faces a crisis in Canada. Canada is one of Tesla's largest international markets in North America. If Canada imposes a 100% tariff on Tesla vehicles, prices will double, crushing consumer demand. The impact plummeting sales, potential factory slowdowns in the U.S., and job cuts in Tesla's production lines. As agriculture is under attack. Canada is the second largest export market for US agricultural products, including wheat, dairy, and beef. If Canada imposes tariffs or restricts imports, billions of dollars in revenue will be lost. Thousands of American farmers could face bankruptcy, putting pressure on the Trump administration. Europe prepares to hit us. Industries, Tesla, and big tech at risk. It's not just Canada. Europe is also preparing to hit back against Trump's trade policies. French President Emmanuel Macron didn't hold back when criticizing Trump on the global stage. In America, they chant drill baby drill, but here we simply say plug baby plug, drill baby drill. Here there is no need to drill. It's just plug baby plug. Tesla risks losing the European market. Bill, millions at stake. The EU is Tesla's largest foreign market, accounting for nearly 25% of global sales. If Europe imposes steep tariffs, Tesla's pricing will skyrocket, pushing European consumers toward Volkswagen, Renault, and BMW's electric vehicles. The outcome, a collapse in Tesla's European sales, plummeting stock prices, and thousands of US manufacturing jobs at risk. Big tech faces European backlash. The EU is considering heavy tariffs on Google, Apple, and Amazon. This could result in massive profit losses, causing stock market instability and damaging the U.S. economy. American companies might shut down offices in Europe, leading to major job losses. The UK calls out Trump on Ukraine. In the UK, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson didn't just criticize Trump, he mocked him with a cutting remark. Margot, and I thought this ABS fantastic place if you wanted to resettle, millions of people from the Middle East. A scathing remark aimed directly at Trump's controversial immigration policies and destabilizing rhetoric. Conclusion is the U.S. isolating itself with world leaders pushing back. How will Trump respond? Will he back down, or will he double down on his trade war threats? If this trade war escalates, the US could lose hundreds of billions in exports, thousands of American jobs. Is Trump really protecting the U.S. economy, or is he driving the country into a financial crisis? In recent months, the relationship between the U.S. and Canada has become more tense, especially after President Donald Trump imposed a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports from Canada. This decision not only affects Canada's industries, but also undermines the long-standing trade relationship between the two neighboring countries. This has sparked concerns about the competitiveness of Canadian businesses in the global market and has escalated trade tensions, but this is just the beginning. Trump has made provocative statements about Canada's sovereignty even. Threats of annexing Canada into the U.S. have sparked outrage, deeply offending Canadians and making them feel vulnerable about their nation's independence and sovereignty. Faced with this wave of pressure and intimidating remarks from Trump, Canadians refuse to stand by and accept such attacks on their sovereignty and core values. Instead, they rallied together and ignited a powerful, grassroots-driven boycott movement, not just against American-made goods but also against U.S. tourism as a whole. Businesses, consumers, and everyday citizens took a stand, making a conscious effort to reduce their reliance on American products and services. Instead, they turned their focus toward supporting Canadian brands, industries, and local businesses. From the biggest supermarkets and massive shopping malls to small, family-run stores in local neighborhoods, Canadians made a bold, collective decision: avoid American goods at all costs. But it didn't stop there. It wasn't just about refusing to buy products made in the U.S. Thousands began canceling planned vacations to the States. The message was loud and clear: disrespect Canada, and Canadians will hit back where it hurts, the economy. But make no mistake, this movement isn't just about reacting to Trump's policies. It's about something much bigger. It's a fight for dignity, for national respect, and for the preservation of Canadian identity. The boycott rapidly gained momentum, spreading like wildfire across the country. It sent a direct and undeniable message to the world: Canada will not be bullied or threatened into submission. The sheer force of the people's willpower was on full display, proving that a united nation can shake the foundations of economic dependency. And the effects? Oh, they're being felt hard. U.S. states that thrive on Canadian tourism, like Florida, Texas, and New York, are experiencing serious economic setbacks. These regions, once flooded with Canadian travelers, now face massive losses in tourism revenue. The numbers are staggering. Canadians, who have always been among the largest groups of foreign visitors to the U.S., have drastically cut back on their travel. Analysts predict that even a mere 10% decline in Canadian tourists could erase approximately 140,000 American jobs and deliver a devastating $2 billion blow to the U.S. tourism industry. But it's not just the travel industry taking a hit. Major American brands, from Kentucky bourbon to consumer goods and luxury products, are watching their sales dwindle as Canadians opt for homegrown alternatives. The message couldn't be clearer. If the U.S. government disrespects Canada, Canadian consumers will respond by taking their money elsewhere. This is no longer just an economic dispute. This is a defining movement, a symbol of national unity and defiance against unwarranted threats. Every single time Trump makes an inflammatory remark, the determination of the Canadian people only grows stronger. This isn't just about refusing to buy a few American-made products. It's about standing firm against a government that disregards Canada's sovereignty. And the impact? It's visible everywhere. Supermarket shelves that once overflowed with American brands now showcase Canadian alternatives. Hotels and tourist spots in the U.S., once bustling with Canadian visitors, now sit eerily quiet. The power of the people, when united, is undeniable, and this boycott has transformed into something far greater than a mere trade dispute. It's a resounding declaration that Canada will not be pushed around. This is a powerful lesson for the world, a lesson on how a nation can stand its ground against a much larger, more influential neighbor. Regardless of pressure, regardless of economic threats, Canada has shown that national unity and economic resistance can challenge even the strongest of powers. This trade standoff between the U.S. and Canada is no longer just about tariffs or inflammatory statements. It has become a battle for sovereignty, self-respect, and the unwavering unity of a people who refuse to be intimidated. Every choice made by Canadian consumers, every product avoided, every trip canceled, it all serves as a bold statement. Canada refuses to yield to threats, refuses to back down in the face of intimidation. This is more than a boycott. This is a movement. This is history in the making. And Canada? Canada is standing strong, ready to defend its future, no matter the cost.